All right, back out here on the BSA, out with the old and with the new carburetors. Still need to swap those over. Those are different sizes from the concentrics to the monoblocks there. The ferrule here is 15/64 and got a 15/64 drill bit, and I'm gonna drill that top cap there. I already drilled the smaller one. The threads are gone there, but yeah, I'm gonna drill that up for the new throttle cables. All right, there's what it's calling for main jets and whatnot. I got 220s I'm gonna throw in there. Got a conversion in here I wrote down somewhere. Find that, but yeah, got that drilled up. That fits in there now. Gonna work on this. I de-choked this carb, and got the clip in the middle. Gonna pop the main out, see what's in there. I got some. Here's my 220s there. All right, got my needle in the middle there. There's that conversion. So came with a 190. Throw a 220 in there. Pretty sure it's in my dad's bike. I might have worked his down to the 210 or 200. I know I got a 210 in my little box over there, but no 200s. But I'm not going to take his part. You know, not that hard to take them apart. Could just pop that float drain out to get to it. I took it off. It's a new carb. I just want to see what the float bowl look like inside here, and you know, have a peek. But yeah, I'm gonna swap that 220 main in there. All right, got 220 on there. So also, if I mentioned the plug for where the choke cable went, and install that plug also. And I'm gonna start putting this carb back together. Not much to these. Got needle down in there. Spring. Time to throw the cap on. All right, one down, one to go. Obviously, I'll take that cap back off, hook the cable up and all that, but yeah, probably have to, probably easier to pull the tank and try feeding the new cables through there. I'll see how the old cables come out. They're not coming out, and obviously the tank's coming off. But I'm gonna take these fittings off here and de-choke this one and drill that cap out. All right, got this part. De-choking it means taking out that spring, that ferrule, and that slide from the round slide, leaving it out. This is the one that feeds through the cable we drill. This is the one we plug for the choke. So yeah, let's drill it up here. Try this again. Phone calls coming in. Drilled it up a little smaller size. Got 15/16 here. Of course, wants to move. I want to stay straight. I got a drill press actually. right, got the carbs de-choked there, and got new mains in them, fatter main. Yeah, so I guess it's on to come out here tomorrow and pull the cables out from the monoblocks, take the throttle apart, whatnot, maybe pull the tank, see what happens tomorrow. All right, back out here on the old BSA. Got some phenolic spacers from these guys here. Showed up today. Got the speedometer here freed up. Tack is still soaking. Anyhow, got the see, got our throttle cables on, Triumph cables. Let's get these carbs mounted up. All right, scuffed those up. Kind of had an edge to them. I didn't like it, but yeah, trying to decipher my gasket situation here. You know, those got O-rings. And then you got the plastic spacers here. They call them phenolic, but that to me is a phenolic there. I got these big cushion gaskets, and I got your paper ones. There's an old style there. It's kind of almost like, it reminds me of phenolic, but it's a cardboard or paper. Yeah, got to plot my plan here. So there's little things that slow you down, right? All right, so I got a paper gasket right up to the head, spacer, another paper gasket. You can see over there, the threads aren't protruding into the locking feature of that nut. It's got Loctite on it. So of course I stumbled over here to this other bike, see what I had going on here. And it's got similar setup. Gasket, spacer, gasket, different style nut. That nut has no locking feature. It's definitely got Loctite on it. So, safe to say, these ones will hold too. It's a blue thread locker. All right, back on the BSA here. Installed those new fuel valves there. One was giving me difficulty. It was like getting air in it, and it only filled the line up to towards the bottom here. Repossession that banjo fitting and that filter bowl there. First I stuck a hose on there at the valve to make sure that was feeding. Just fed that hose into a can, took that off, put the line back on. Got fuel, it's tickling. Gonna give her a kick over here. Tickle that carb. Tickle that one. Sure she's a neutral. Oh, okay. kind of funny. Pulled the covers, side covers back off, air filters, after adjusting the idles, seeing where the carbs are at, they're still synced. These taps are for A10 or A7, they'd sit back here, you know, on the tank versus that far up. As you can see, that's kind of close there. And I was thinking, well, I might have to go back to those Triumph style ones that are on my dad's bike. And when I went and looked at it, of course, I see how the fuel line's routed. It's routed a lot differently. Tell there, down over the carb the other way. Banjo bolts inboard. So, I think it looks a little wet too. Kind of why I went to the other taps. Anyways, I'm going to route these taps like that. Well, here it is on this 67. Am I in love with it? No. Does it work? Yeah. But I think these taps are going to get replaced for these other brass ones. Now that I got a fitting, or an adapter fitting to an adapter fitting on that other tank to run them, instead of just having got one adapter on this one, the other one's got two to make it work. But yeah, I think routing the fuel line, that's going to be the way to go. All right, here's what I started with. I got some of maybe I should have made it a little longer. Go experiment with the other side. Got some of that anti-chafe stuff I'm going to put on it. All right, here's what I got going on the right side. I like that a lot better. Definitely, you know, away from this area here like it was coming down and around. Might be a little tight in this bend right in here, but it's not pinched or nothing. Gonna circle over to the other side. Yeah, see, that's just terrible. It's worse over here on this side. Yeah, definitely, you know, some rerouting. Some little stuff here that starts kicking my butt sometimes. All right, got the left side done. Pretty uniform. All right, spin these air filters back on, get the side covers on. All right, that's more like it. It's routed a lot better. Yeah, that's gonna be it for today, for this video. I gotta figure out what I even got. Got a lot of lots of little stuff that slows you down. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Drop a like, comment, or subscribe. Have a good one. Later.